a name that strikes even great fear into the hearts of Batman everywhere.
Light and Larry! We'll never forget the day Larry rode into our little town of Brimstone and walked into the Cotton Mouth Saloon. He strode up to the bar and smiled straight at the bartender.
Lemonade, please.
Every head in the place turned to look. Now standing next to Larry at the bar was Crooked Kurt.
Kurt was one of the band of wrestlers and thieves that had been terrorizing your town, led by a ferocious outlaw named Evil McNeevil.
Kurt was wearing the usual outlaw scowl.
Larry turned to him and smiled.
My big friend, you got there, mister.
What's it to you?
Well, maybe I can remove it.
I'd like to see you try.
Most of us scowled away really fast. The bartender ducked behind the bar.
Larry and Kurt moved about 10 paces from each other, hands at the ready.
Larry was still smiling.
Kurt moved first, but he only just cleared his gun from his holster before Larry aimed and fired.
Zing! There's no bend, no bullet. Just a little bolt of light that hit Kurt right in the heart.
Kurt just stood there, satisfied with surprise. Then he dropped his gun, and a huge grin spread over his face.
He rushed up to Larry and pumped his hand.
I'm not touching all you stranger. Drinks on me. Lemonade for everyone.
When Evil McNeevil and his outlaw gang heard that Crooked Kurt had gone straight, they shuddered right down to their boots. Most any outlaw would rather die than smile.
Evil's men were shook up, but they weren't about to let on.
The very next day,
Damsel Dan and Joey Doug.
rode into Brimstone yelling like crazy men and shooting wild.
Windows shattered
And citizens scattered.
Then lightning Larry struck, never warned them, never even stopped smiling.
Just shot 3 little bolts of light.
Zing, zing, zing.
And kicked those outlaws right in the heart.
Larry's shots knocked the outlaws to the ground. They lay there trying to figure out what had hit them. Then they got up and looked around.
Looks like we've done some damage, boys. But this will damn.
Hope nobody got hurt, said Douglas Doug.
Better fix this place up, said Dreadful Dave.
They spent the rest of their day replacing windows and apologizing to everyone who listened.
For good measure, they picked up all the trash in the street.
Evil McNeevil lost 3 more of his men, and he was furious.
He decided to do something really nasty.
The next day,
Stinky Steve and Second Sid
walked into the 79th National Savings and Loan with guns in hand.
They wore masks.
That everyone knew who they were from the smell.
Stick up your hand,
Said Stinky Steve.
Give us all the money in your vault, ordered Sickening Sid.
They were just backing out the doors with the money bags when Lightning Larry strolled by. Didn't even slow his step.
Just shot those bandits in the back.
Zing, zing. Went right through to the heart.
Seeing the same stimuli of hard-working cowboys. Wouldn't want to make their lives any harder.
They hoisted their guns and walked back to the teller.
They plunked their money bags back down onto the counter.
Now you keep that money safe.
Then he pulled out their wallets and opened up accounts. That was the last straw for Evil McNeevil. It was time for a showdown. The next day at high noon, Larry was sipping lemonade at the Cotton Mouth Saloon. Evil Eye burst through the doors and stamped up to him.
I'm Evil McNeevil.
Hello, Evil. Can I buy you some lemonade?
This town ain't big enough for the both of us.
waiting for you down by the Okie Dokie Corral.
And Evil Eye stamped out.
Larry finished his lemonade and walked out onto Main Street.
Evil Eye was waiting for him, but Evil Eye wasn't alone.
But on the other side of him were
One giraffe. Creepy Greg. Creepy Kel. Moldy Mike. Wild Luke. And not one of them looked friendly.
called Larry.
Draw.
Said Evil Eye.
All of us citizens were lining Main Street to see what would happen. Larry was still smiling. We knew even Larry couldn't outshoot all those outlaws together.
Just then a voice came from the Cottonmouth Saloon.
Backing up, Larry. Put it behind it. Off the curd. Right behind me were Dinmo, Dan, Douglas, Dogs, Dreadful Dave, Stinky Steve, and Sickin' and Sid.
They all took places besides Larry.
Hello, Evil Eye. Call Kirk.
Traitors, yelled Evil Eye.
Draw.
Said Larry with a smile.
Evil and his men drew their guns, but Larry and his friends were idling quicker.
Their guns fired some little bolts of light.
Zing! Hit those outlaws right in you know what. Yippee!
Yelled Evil Eye.
He shot in the air.
Zing!
There was no bang and no bullet.
Just a little bolt of light.
Alright, man. Let's clean up the town once and for all.
Zing! Zing! Zing!
And before we could duck for cover, Larry and Evil and the others
Turned their guns on the rest of us.
Bolts of light flew everywhere.
No one was spared.
Not a man.
Woman or child. Yippee!
never saw such a happy crowd. We all rushed around.
And pumped each other's hands.
And hugged each other.
One of the musicians got out instruments and we had dancing too. Main Street was one huge party.
All the rest of that day.
And on through the night.
We never drank so much lemonade in all our days.
For all the commotion, only a few of us saw Larry ride into the sunset. Can't say where he went.
Can't say what he's doing now.
But we bet he still aims for the heart.